So today I'm not really going to be showing books as much, but here is a video about tropes that I love and tropes that I hate. So a few tropes that I do really like is probably enemies to lovers. Like, oh, I keep saying like, yikes. In Powerless, that's very much enemies to lovers, actually living for it. I like the who hurt you, who did this kind of trope. I think it's really, but the twist with that, I like it when the girl says it to the guy. I've not read many books with that, and I want to see more. So drop Rex, like, if you know any. But it's like the girl says to the guy gets hurt or gets stabbed or something, and the girl finds him in the infirmary. He's like, who did this to you? And then goes and like attacks him. Like, I want to read that, or I even want to read it where it's girl with girl or guy with guy. Like, I don't mind, but I do love the trope. I also love enemies to lovers, but sometimes it is a bit overused, and a lot of it can be a bit cliche. I hate to say it, but Powerless, enemies to lovers is a bit cliche, but I loved it anyways. Sometimes cliche is good. Cliche was good in Powerless. A Court of Thorns and Roses, the enemies to lovers. I don't want to speak on it. It was okay. It wasn't anything special, but it was like there. It existed. I don't like age gap tropes. It's weird. What do you mean you're dating your dad's best friend? That man has known you since you were a child. That is grooming. He has known you since you were a child. That's weird. That's just not okay. Let's not. Like, what's with like freshly 18-year-olds or even 20-year-olds dating somebody that's like twice their age, 5 times their age? Please, can we please stop this? Stop this madness. It's annoying to start with. It's kind of weird, in my opinion, to write something like that. Unless it's like a book where it's showing the age gap isn't okay and can lead to bad things happening. Don't stop writing this, guys, please. I promise you nobody wants. The exception is when it's like a 25-year-old girl and then a 1,000-year-old fae, because let's be honest, how are we working around that? But sometimes that can even get a bit weird, like in Shadow and Bone with the Darkling and Alina. That man was over 1,000 years old and she was a 17-year-old. Let's try not do that anymore. Good plans, yeah. I love Friends to Lovers. It's an unpopular one, but it's so cute. Like, genuine Friends to Lovers. I love it. It makes my heart soar. It's so cute. It's so, like, it makes me hopeful that people can find romance that way, and it doesn't always have to start with hatred. It can bloom from friendships, especially like childhood friends ones. That's adorable. That's so cute. I love it. Strangers to Lovers, that one, it catches me off guard. Like, going from 0 to 100 in like 2 seconds. I'm like, okay. But I think it can be done really well in the sense of, oh shit, what was I gonna say? In the sense of like fake dating, like, hey, help me, I'm hiding from my ex. Can we pretend just for a minute? Or my parent, or like, I can't remember, I'm pretty sure I read somewhere in a book like Girlfriend for Hire, if that makes sense. But then they fall in love. Like, I want to either write or read a book where that happens because that is adorable. Another one that I like, if you give me any dark romance trope, I can probably say I don't like it. Dark romance is not my genre. The exception usually is if it's fantasy, because then it's kind of like everybody's a bit more morally grey. So are we? Who am I to judge? But books like Haunting Adeline, any trope from that book, please kill me now. It's the stalker ex-victim that gets me. I'm like, no, babe, let's not. That's Stockholm Syndrome. Or, that's not Stockholm Syndrome, but that's like the kidnapper and the kidnapped. That's Stockholm Syndrome, please. Also, I'm losing daylight. Like, it's getting dark. I'm sorry if you can't see me. But yeah, like, come on. I think one that's like cute that I like, and this is a very specific one, but it's when the guy notices really little details, like in the Powerless trilogy, and Kai noticing the exact amount of freckles that Peyton has. Adorable. In other books that I've read, some romancers, they've noticed like certain things to do with her eyes, or her lips, or like her hair, and it's something, or even like the way she talks, laughs, like it's something that I find really cute, and I enjoy that kind of like positive, adorable energy more than I should, probably. What, another trope that I really don't like? The one with it's not really a trope. It's just something that like characters are written as. The female main character, the FMC, being I'm not like other girls. Please stop this madness. Yes, you are like other girls. You're not. Like, please shut up. You wear makeup. You do all this. It's fine. You can admit it. I'm gonna sound like a pig when I say this. I personally don't wear makeup, but you'll never catch me going around saying I'm not like other girls because I only wear lip gloss. I only wear lip gloss because I have a horrible thing to do with like things touching my face, and I don't like makeup touching my face because sometimes it makes me feel like my skin is melting off. Might be an allergy to something in the makeup. I don't know, but yeah, it's kind of like you are like other girls. Stop trying to be different. Stop trying to be quirky. You are, unless it's a fantasy book. Again, a lot of these can be like made an exception with fantasy books when she's genuinely like one of a kind, like I have magic powers. Alina in Shadow and Bone, I'm gonna keep bringing this up because I just finished the series. She was a perfect example of she's not like other girls, but she doesn't bring other girls down for it. And Zoya actually at the start, this is another one that I like, redemption. Zoya from Shadow and Bone, her redemption was insane. Her in Shadow and Bone, I really didn't like her character. I felt that she was a bit pick-me-ish, but as it developed throughout the trilogy itself, I started to like her more. And then in the King of Scars duology, I actually really loved her character. She changed so much. She grew up, she matured. Like, I loved that character. So that's also kind of like a yay sort of thing. But, you know. And I don't know if it's just me, but I really hate the cliche of like the doe-eyed girl, and she's just stepped into like, especially in fantasy books, she's new to like the palace or the training room, and there's a guy that's been there since birth, and he comes up to her and he's like, hello there, little one. Little one? No, back away. And then he becomes like the main romance, and I was like, no, what are we doing? That's weird. Little one? No. That just bothers me. And I read a book where the nickname for the girl was Little One, and it freaked me out. It was like, I can't remember what it was called. The author never came out with the fourth book, which always annoyed me, but I kind of don't care anymore, so. And that's another thing. I forgot what I was going to say. Oh well. I also hate the, I may be small. No. You're 5'3", that's an average height. Please calm down. Especially when it's like 5'3" and then 7 foot tall man. I'm like, the height difference. Come on, please be realistic. You are the size of a regular human being, and he is a dragon reincarnated as a human. Let's just not. I've not really spoken about mystery book tropes. I don't really read mystery books much, but one that I really dislike is, like, this is gonna sound ridiculous. I read, unfortunately, a book that was the girl falling in love with the murderer when she was questioning the case. You what? You did what now? Oh, another thing that I quite dislike in books is when a character is so clearly suffering with their mental health and then it just suddenly gets solved like that by a relationship. That's not how it works. Coming from somebody who does struggle with mental health and has gotten into way too many relationships for my own good, jumping into relationships genuinely does not help with mental health. There is other steps to go, and I don't mean ones where it's clear that the relationship does help. I mean the ones where it's like a side character who's struggling with mental health, suddenly she gets with a boyfriend and it's boom, miraculous, oh, she's healed. No, she's not. Please. Anyway, I'm gonna finish that because I need to finish this book for another video. I took a little pause from reading this to record this because I was slowly losing daylight, and now I'm gonna go back to reading it. Thank you.